Yo, what is up, guys? Today we are going to be doing a reaction video to Tobias Forge. Now, he is the vocalist and the brains and just everything that encompasses Ghost. We're going to be talking about today in a recent interview that he did. And he said about banning phones at his shows. And we're going to watch a clip here from this interview, which is a really good interview, the whole thing as well, that he did with Planet Rock. But we are just going to be talking about the phone piece here, and I'll give my take on it. And I also want to hear your guys' take on it too.
Well, we'll
That
talk.
is not part of it.
I'm presuming, is this one of the reasons you've banned mobile phones at the gigs, which I fully endorse, by the way? Is that one of the reasons why, so that you can keep the identity a secret? But also, is it because people with mobile phones are just bloody annoying?
Yeah, no, it's the latter.
Right.
And no, I really want to underline that the ban has nothing to do with, let's say, copyright control.
Right.
It's not that, we want to sit on all the material and we don't want any money to monetize on it has nothing to do with that.
It's to do with being in the moment.
Yes.
Yep.
The right here, right now, the film was not only the sort of the essence of messaging in that film was exactly that, but also but us collectively working, making that film. We filmed 2 shows in LA in front of audiences where they had to put their they had to put their phones into pockets. You don't give it away. You have your phone. You don't have to worry about that. If you need to call, you can go on. If you need to take a photo, you can take a photo of yourself out in the lobby. That's fine. But what ended up happening was that we had such an engaged crowd that seemed joyous in a way that I had to go back years in time, since I last saw a fully engaged crowd where everybody's actually watching. They don't have to watch me, but they're watching the band.
Yo, what's up, guys? I just wanted to jump in right here in this video and say thank you so much for watching so far and for watching all the other videos as well that we post. And also, can you guys click the like button? Help us get out, push us out into the YouTube algorithm for all other metal fans to find us and to find this music. And also fans that aren't aware that they're fans of this music and of these bands and such that we like to talk about here. And also, too, if you guys want to subscribe, hang out, build this community up like it used to be back in the golden era of rock and metal, especially in the 80s and such. That's our goal here, and it takes me and every single one of you guys as well to keep this genre alive, and keep it prospering into the future. So that is a big goal on this channel. So if you guys are down with that, I have nothing else for you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will get right back into this video.
Yeah, you and I are of an age where we can remember that, can't we?
Yes.
In the 90s, you go and see a rock show and there'd be no phones. There might be cigarette smoke and lighters, but that's as bad as it got.
That was probably me with the cigarette. but yes, and I don't want to turn this into an ageist thing where I'm going to tell 14-year-olds everything was better back then.
Yeah.
But I swear that
Gigs were better.
the experience of shows and the making of memories, the making of magic was much more powerful.
Yeah.
Some of the best shows I've ever been to, I have maybe not even seen a picture from that because they all live here.
They're all up there, exactly.
They live in my core. That's the memory I have of that. And
I get that.
That is an experience I wish for, obviously, the part of our crowd that are older and more aware of. Maybe this becomes a little bit nostalgic then. Great. But I really believe that the younger portion of our crowd will, as they did in LA, come out saying, like, that was not only a great concert, that was also an overwhelming experience. Because I do believe that you will feel that.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, I get what Tobias is saying. I kind of agree to an extent because it does get annoying, like when you see people that are just like on their phone the whole time or just not even engaging with the band or with what's going on. 100% I'm behind that. Now, I will say for myself that I can remember, because I'm 30, in my early 30s now, and I remember going to like my first actual like concerts as an early teen. That would put us at about like 2005, 2006. So phones were a thing, but it's certainly not what it has been like the last 10 plus years. So like you had like your slide phones or your flip phones, like no one's there taking a video for more than tw 10 seconds, if that, and you're barely taking any pictures, with a flip phone and such like that. So, yeah, so like those early shows that I can remember were very cool, like but I don't know if I would say they're necessarily different because like the shows were like I'm trying to think. One was in like a hockey arena, one was out in like the Hershey Park Stadium, so like it was cool, but like there wasn't necessarily because like it was Cinderella, Poison, who were like Rat, like there were bands like that. And it wasn't like packed like what you would probably see like a Ghost or Iron Maiden arena, like something like it probably wouldn't be it wasn't like that, I would say. So but to me though, like but then again I was with like either like my dad or like some adult. So like we couldn't go crazy and do stupid shit either, So like at the same time, it's like we were probably a little too young, being early teens to really be like a part of what the vibe or whatever was actually going on, like as the whole thing, as the whole show. But either way, the show was still fun for us, like it was cool. But I get totally what he's saying because like when I go to a show now, like the only reason why I really have, like, my phone out during a show now is to get, like, footage for the channel or whatever, or and then because I even get, like, when people say they wanna have a memory or whatever, and I get that part too, because like, that's sometimes, like, what I think. I'm like, "Oh, maybe 20 years from now, I'll be like, 'Oh, this I forgot about this or this show,' or what have you." And memories, like you said. And but, I mean, if you're forgetting, like, the very good memories like that, you're having bigger problems in life than remembering the show when you can't remember. Are you forgetting your name? Are you forgetting your birthday? Like, are you forgetting other things then too? Like, I don't know. I get both sides of this argument, it's but I can honestly admit, like, even from, like, I have been going to shows pretty steadily like the last 4 or 5 years, like a little before COVID, and probably 6 years plus now. And like I just went through a couple weeks ago, like stuff from that old in my phone, like from 6 plus years ago, and like I was just deleting some things. I didn't realize I had that many videos, and I was like, I mean, I can't remember really the last time I went through these and just like enjoyed them, like so I kind of just have like maybe one per show, like one video that I really enjoy per show, or if it was like an amazing show, then I'll keep maybe two or three. But nonetheless, though, I get because at the end of the day, how many people really go back and visit it? Now, I visit them because either to show them off here on the channel, when talking about a band or an album or what have you, just using those live clips for your entertainment and just context as well for the band. So I but, like, just for your casual fan, like, most of them probably, because if I wasn't doing this for the channel, like, I probably wouldn't have went back and visit a lot of these live videos that I took. And, yeah, you all have good intentions of, like, "Oh, yeah, I wanna take a couple videos and, like, just for a keepsake, just for memories and stuff like that." But at the end of the day, do you really go back and visit it? Those videos that you took? Maybe you do, maybe you don't, but for me, in my experience, the last 5 years, I don't really visit many of them, I will say. And the ones that I have visit uh, are because of the channel.
This is Justin Manning from Freight Shaker and Crown by Fire, and you're watching the Crash Course Metal Show.
Like, I understand what Tobias is saying because it is a total different thing when everyone's like chanting along and doing being as one, like as a one whole nucleus. And I'm sure because like I can't, like I said, I can't remember a show that was, like, really super cool like that, and there wasn't really no phones or distractions, if you will. Like I said, the early ones that I brought up, but, I mean, I was too young to really kinda grasp anything or like the total vibe of the whole show or anything. I was just focused, obviously, on the band and such and the songs. So, to me, it is what it is. I get it. I can agree with it because a buddy of mine asked me like 2 weeks ago. He was like, "Hey, you want to go see Ghost around here when they come around here? They're going to be playing nearby." And we still have come to uh, what what the plan is going to be about that. But now with is he gonna be like, "Hey guys, no phones here," like, which would be interesting in and of itself. Like, I would like to just kind of see that atmosphere just based on that alone. But so yeah, but I mean, I'm a fan of Ghost. I wasn't there since the beginning. I will admit that I wasn't there. I haven't heard of them for like after like their second or third full length album. That's when I started to really like realizing them or like noticing them or and like people were like recommending them and stuff like that. So because I have all of Ghost studio albums, all but one, I think, but I don't have any of the EPs though either. But I have like pretty much all of the studio collection. So I'm a fan. I like what Tobias does with Ghost. I think it's something different, than what we have seen certainly since the early '90s. I would say, um, I dig it. I like what Tobias does here with Ghost. But so, guys, let me know in the comments what your guys' kind of verdict is on this because I know it's one way or the other, but I can see both sides like a benefit and a negative to both of these sides. Whether you ban phones or whether you allow phones and still still have more of the same as what we have seen the last 10 plus years. So I guess it also really depends, though. I don't know. I don't know the answer to this, but I am willing to see the evidence and like the what how it plays out here. For Ghost's shows and anyone else that would uh, kind of have this rule in their live setting. But nonetheless, very interesting at the same time. And yes, Tobias or Ghost is just released a new single. So like I do plan on doing a reaction to that because I'm quite interested to see where they're moving to with this new album. And like he says in this interview, it might be a little different, So like I'm quite interested to see what the new single holds, and we will check that out here very shortly. But until then, guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay out of that collateral damage. And if you guys enjoyed this video, check out this one right here.
Yeah, I wrote that. It's called I Want to Rock Your Body. And then in parentheses it says to the break of dawn.